Woodturners, I'm Captain Eddie Castle and welcome to my shop. Summer is here. I mean, look. Well, you can't see it, huh? You get one up here. Look, can't get up there. I gave up long pants. We're still in February, and you might have snow on the ground. I got sunshine, and I got 80 degrees. This is New Orleans. It's weird. Wow. But I'm out in the shop having a little fun. I'm getting the one-way reworked. I'm cleaning up stuff. I'm putting projects out front. I'm kind of planning where I'm going to go. And I've been hanging with a couple of guys from the wood turning club. Great source of information, wood turning club. Take it all with a little bit of salt, but it's all a great source of information. Talking to the guys, and the other day they were putting something between centers to turn a burl, and the guy just didn't have all the makeup. And I get this a lot, so we're going to talk about it in a minute. But first, all you got to do, I was going to show you some skin. Here's some skin. See it? Is watch. Hey, I think I got this right. If all worked, then when I told you to watch, then you did, and it came. All right, let's talk a little bit about work holding. But I got some notes, and I've been meaning to come out here for a week. I got a problem with that gland that everybody's got, nobody needs, and it's got me swollen, infected, and sore, and everything else. So it's been a rough week to get out here, but I'm here. I got some things going on. You keep sending me, you guys keep sending me pictures of your work. I love it. 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 You send me pictures of things that you've turned, using techniques you've learned or tools you got from me, or you just outright bragging. But I'm okay with all that because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to do our work, be proud of it, and show it off. That is part of the deal. So I got pictures from Joe Winkler the other day. I'm going to add those photographs right here. If it works, right now, pink. These are from Joe Winkler. And these are some nice pieces. He did well. He really did. So now that we're back looking at this again, I want to let you know that you send me a photograph and tell me, and you got to put it in the thing, okay to use. I'll use it in the YouTube just like this and show other folks your work. And oh yeah, by the way, no one will ever stand there and say, this is nice, but you know what you should have done? That ain't here. That doesn't happen here. What you should have done is what you wanted to do. So there's no, oh, that's got nine, oh yeah, oh boy. Nope, I will not do gallery again in a club anywhere that thinks they have somebody that can critique my work. Because I didn't critique theirs. Let's be fair about life, okay? All right, send them to me. Now, I was out here last Sunday ready to do this, and I couldn't find a part. And I had to go looking for it. But you know what I did find? I was on TV. Oh, I was watching TV. Because last weekend was the Great American Race. Last weekend was Daytona 500. And I don't know if you don't follow race cars and all that stuff. I don't follow football, baseball, volleyball, soccer, golf, tennis. I don't follow any of those things. I had to be rehabilitated, and they sat me down in front of a TV, and a NASCAR was on. And I liked what I saw. And then I liked it even more the more I watched. Oh, I'm not worried about who's going 202 miles an hour and all that. I was watching the technology, the professionalism. If people were stupid and did stupid things, they got penalized for them. I mean, they take money away if you use a four-letter word on TV. When you got a football player out on the field telling somebody, hey, you know, that's a different world. And there were 100,000 people at this race. And I looked really hard when they did the opening thing. The Thunderbirds were flying over top from the United States Air Force. Go Air Force, go Thunderbirds. I'm an old Air Force rat. But hey, I looked real hard, stared at the crowd. I didn't find a single one of those people on their knees. None of them. And none of the drivers either. They were standing as proud Americans with our flag waving, singing our national anthem, and being part of this world that we're in. I like that. I really did. So, I just had to mention it. Hey, I didn't make it to the Tennessee Woodturners thing, medical thing, but we get past that. I am going to Waco. If they're going to put this body, big fat body, in a cask or a box and take it, I'm going to Waco. That's August 26th through the 25th through the 26th. 24th through the 26th, 24, 25, 26, in Waco, Texas. It's the Southwest Association of Turners, SWAT, like the thing they got on TV on Wednesday nights, the SWAT guys. But these are wood turners. This is the most welcoming symposium in the world. Why? Because they're like me and they're like you. They're wood turners. They don't own major corporations. They're not worried if membership drops off a little bit. None of that comes into play. They're just wood turners who want to teach and share with other wood turners. SWAT. There's not a better one. My opinion, my personal opinion is it doesn't get any better than good old-fashioned guys talking wood turning. So, and I got a rumor last week that I was dead and gone. I'm not dead and gone. I smell that way some days, but that's all, okay? I'm not dead and gone, and we're still selling cutters. I'm busy teaching Ronnie Bonnet how to turn. Well, no, I'm not teaching him how to turn. Teaching Ronnie how to use tools. He's learning how to turn, and that's the magic of it. I got a note from a lady the other day that she bought her husband a new wedding ring for Christmas, and the other day he made contact with something in the shop, and it shocked him, but it didn't deform it. Now, that ring won't bend. It also will remove your finger. You know, so hey, no jewelry, no bling, okay? No bling, safety wear, no bling. All right. Now, single cutters. We get a lot of folks that call here, and I want to get started. And I know I'm rambling. I want to get started in wood turning, and I want to start with some new cutters, and I don't want 3 of each. I'm not that positive. You don't have a problem. You can phone in your order and get those cutters, and they all sell for the same price because we're going to unpack and repack and put them all in a bag. We'll put what you need. We'll give you the screws and all. It's a flat rate. It's on the website. I think it's on the website. If not, just give me a call. I'll explain it to you. But let's get into this thing about holding tools and wood. That's why you're here, right? You're the same guy, right? Okay. All right. I got to do some of this handheld so you can understand what we're talking about. So if it moves around a lot, that's the drill. All right. And to do that, I got to learn to unscrew the keeper spring, take this off, come over here and show you. Now, you see this? This is a piece I turned a couple of years ago. All right, and it's on a glue block or a face block because I want to do some decoration on it and then turn it. And what is it in? It's in my one-way Stronghold chuck, number 2 profile jaws. And it's in a rig I built right here in the shop. That's a 3/4 10 bolt, the silver one in the middle. And then it's going down into a pair of pads with a bolt on one side. See it, the lever? And then it goes down, and it's got a pin that goes into my lathe. What does that give me? Well, keep an eye on this. Look, I can turn this thing and do what I want while it's up here. With the pivot, I can loosen it up and bring it to me, away from me, lean it over, push it back so I can get a better working surface. That's a holding jig. Now, they make these in their catalog someplace. I'd like to do a YouTube and show you how to build it. If you can weld, you can build it. All right, let me back that up. Yeah, you got to weld. You got to weld the bolt on the bottom. So it's easy to do. And I'm going to give you all the details. And then you can find a guy that can make one for you if you can't do it. And then you give him something. All right, now, let's talk about holding work. Now, I'm going to stop this, move around, and get repositioned. I'm going to come back to this for 1 second because I missed a piece. And when I was taking it off, I realized it. You can see this. I want to loosen it up because you can't loosen it down. My dad always told me that. You see this? It pivots. Alright, and it's pivoting on that one bolt in the middle. Alright, that's how it's done. Okay, now this is a 3/4 10 threaded screw bolt. Matches my tailstock piece. We'll go over that in a minute. But you see, I bought that at the hardware store. And then I put an adapter in it. See this 3/4 10 adapter? That's made to fit into my lathe, into my chuck. And I spun that on, and then I can spin the chuck on. Made the tool completely useful. Completely useful. Easy deal, really. If you're into ornamentation and carving and all that, you'll want to know more about this. We're going to do it, okay? But now let's get back to the other piece. I'm going to go back to looking at it on a lathe. On the far left, we have the one-way Stronghold chuck. It's got a 33mm adapter that fits my chuck head. They sell adapters for different threads, and you put them into the chuck. Now, I like the one-way Stronghold chuck. I think they're one of the finest made pieces of equipment in the world. And one-way company really stands by them. These are the inserts. This goes into the bottom of the chuck, and this is a 1/4 8, so I can put it on a jet lathe when I go work on jet lathes. Alright, now I'm back to this. I can hold that piece in these jaws, bring up my tailstock like this, and spin it. But my lathe doesn't work right now, so I can't spin it for you. But I can spin it and put it on there. Now, what am I putting it on? I'm holding it with a one-way Stronghold over here, and then this is a one-way revolving center here. And this fits lathes. It comes in 1, 2, and 3 Morse tapers. Either one, any one you want. Get the right one, match your lathe now. A 1 is a rarity, a 2 is common, a 3 is a one-way. Because this ends at 3 and that ends at 2. I didn't ask him. Alright, and this in the middle has got a really great ball bearing system in it. So it spins. It spins better than those little cheap things you get free with the lathe. Think about what you got there. You're relying on your wood turning a lie on a piece they gave you for free to make it a functional tool. Mine goes from functional to outstanding. That's the tool. That's the live center. That's the live center. That is what you want. Couple of things. Bearings in here. A spur, a pin. A spur that we can take out with a little knockout rod. And you get the knockout rod that goes with it. You can take it and knock the screw out. And that's handy. And I want to show you that when we do a tool handle. That's what I'm going to drill through. I'm going to drill through that live center to get to the center of a tool handle. Nifty idea, huh? Alright, we're going to do that. But this is the basic tool. But it's got other parts and pieces to it. And I want to show you all the parts and pieces. We'll talk about some attachments for the live center. Now, I told you about the drawbar, or the bar. The pin goes through here. See that hole? That'll lock the spindle. Alright? It's just a wire piece. You don't want to use regular wire, just hardened wire. Hardened wire goes through there. And then you can put on the attachments you need. This is a cone. This will fit inside of a piece to help you center it up to keep it from chattering and moving around. It'll go 2 ways, like this, and you pad. If I want to stabilize this, I would pad this with some shelf paper from Home Depot. Yes, I did say shelf paper from Home Depot. It's rubberized. It's a beautiful thing. It's got perforations in it. They got solid cutters. They got one of the little flowers and butterflies on it. Alright, that's all cool, but this is what a big hollow head. So I can push that up against it. And these are threading on. And there's a smaller one, and I'm looking for it, and I don't see it, so it's probably in the sawdust, but I'll pick it up later. This is 3/4 10. This adapter that my chuck fits into, this is 3/4 10. See that? Now, what did I do just now? I just knocked my knockout rod out. I just made this end of my lathe the same as that end of my lathe. This is a 3/4 10 insert adapter that goes to 33 millimeters, and it's got a nice part number on it, like 3941255 or whatever. It is by one way, but it's drilled and tapped 3/4 10 to fit on that. And even the black ones made by the other companies are using that 3/4 10 math. Okay, so we have all that. What can we do with this? Let me show you. I just put a chuck in on the live center. You see that? That's the tailstock on the right. I mean, the live center. Then the adapter, and then the chuck. And that is a one-way Stronghold chuck with #1 profile jaws on it. I like that for holding the small pieces. If I wanted to bring this up, bring this forward and grab this thing to center the work, it's easy to do. This is running true center with the rest of my lathe. So when I bring it up, I'm not going to have to printing business calls it register or align. I don't have to realign it. It's aligned. It's on a true plane. Look how easy it moves. So that'll bring it up there. Now, I don't want to do that. I want to bring up my soft touch jumbo jaws. Yeah. I want to bring up my Longworth chuck. Yep. I want to bring up anything else that I can fit up on here. Here's a good one I did a couple of weeks ago. And to show somebody how this worked, we were here in a shop, and I'm trying not to get you dizzy. And I spun it up. Let me see what I'm taking. Okay. Taking everything off now. So the adapter's coming with the chuck. That's okay. The beauty of all this is it's easy to work with. You need a third hand for the camera if you're going to do the camera. But, alright, that's the chuck. It's off. See it? No magic there, except it's one of the best made in the world. There's the adapter. That fits into the chuck. There's a 3/4 10. That stays naked most of the time. Unless I put the other bullet nose on it. Sticks it out a little further and makes it a little bit stronger. Alright, but if I'm not doing that, I've got to back up a little bit here. If I'm not doing that, I can take a block of wood over to the lathe. You see that? That's a glue block. And suppose I want to put a block on here and glue it. How would I do it? I tap this 3/4 10. I'm running out of hands. See this right here? I tap that 3/4 10. I can get that tap at the hardware store on the corner. Tap it 3/4 10. Come back, thread it on here, true it up, and then glue it to this. And I could put a new glue block on the bottom of an old bowl, and it would be perfectly aligned. Really, perfectly aligned. And now, that's the problem we all seem to have with this stuff, is how can we get it perfectly aligned? It's just nature of the beast. Things go round and round and get out. Well, this is how we're going to fix it from going round and getting out. It's really simple. But it all came down to what I wanted to talk to you about, this live center. Now, I did say they make a black one. I think Jet or one of those companies make a copy of it. The whole package is $100+ but it's as important to your wood turning as that chuck. So let me hold on a minute. I want to talk to you about this. Took a few minutes because I lost the remote for the camera. When you get a lathe, the one of the early questions I get is, what do I do for a chuck? And I've been telling folks for years, chuck is an easy thing. It really is. They've gotten the industry to where there are several types of screw chucks available. And those chucks work with a scroll, and they can, all the jaws move at one time. The reason I'm telling you that is you can find one in a junk store that the 4 jaws move with a set screw. They're useful for pretty much everything else. Not this. You need one that comes down uniformly, scrolled. You can have the 2 rods to do it. When you get the 3rd hand to hold the piece. I can teach you how to do that, but I have to have the lathe running to do it. Get a scroll chuck. I like the keyed ones. A couple of brands out there. I love them a one-way. I'm not kidding. This one-way fell out the back of a truck and bounced along a highway. How do I know that? Because I picked it up on that highway and brought it home, and there was one dent in the edge. I knocked that dent down a little bit, and it's still gone strong. It's bulletproof. All right, now if you can't do that, that's a hard step. And I understand money's money, and some of us don't have it, like me. So call, place an order today. An Apprentice or a Barracuda, and they're both sold by catalog services. They are both very good chucks. They fit the lathe you have. You need to know your spindle size when you order it, and get the right size of it. Otherwise, you got to trade it in. Watch for deals and discounts, because if they're closed out, they don't give you anything back, and they can't take it back. Just be a wise shopper on it. But you can do the Apprentice or the Barracuda, and those are 2 good lathes, or chucks. I'm sorry. This other piece, the Live Center, I know One Way makes it. It's in the One Way catalog. It's available when you call the 1-800 number from One Way. You can order it from them, and they'll ship it to you. It's probably available at most of the catalog services, because everybody wants to be on board with the best. So that's where you can get it from there. Or you can get the knockoff made by somebody else. That might not be a knockoff, but it is almost identical. And I did phrase that, almost identical. So you can get that. The Live Center is as important to your work as the chuck is. And I do this a lot, and some of you guys don't understand it. If I had to qualify what we're doing here, I'm showing you how to use your tools. I'm not going to show you how to turn wood. Oh, you'll pick up something, but I'm not here saying, watch me make this fancy cut with this gouge, and it's the only way you can do it. That ain't true. I had one of the world's greatest masters show me that. It's not true. That tool doesn't do everything. You do it. And it's how you do it and understand how it cuts that you get the best cut. And this is cutting wood, not gouging wood. It's cutting wood. But if you can get the Live Center, you get to work between centers, it's more stable. You get a truer finish. You don't get the vibration that'll give you texture or chatter or something like that. That'll all go away when you go between centers. But going between the right centers is key. And that's why I went to this one-way revolving center. And I did this when I was a really poor wood turner, and I put it on a lathe I got at Big Lots or McDougal's, one of those places. I'm talking trashy piece of equipment. But still, when I put that Live Center on it, it changed the whole world. Then it made me appreciate what I was doing and how I was doing it. Then it made me appreciate that I needed to get a better lathe. And I've grown up over that. Oh yeah, the chucks, they fit on several ways. Adapters, I got boxes of them. Why? If I give the chuck away, I'm not giving away all the adapters. Not only when I was giving lathes away and taking lathes in and all that, which because of health I can't do anymore. When it went away, it went back. It went away ready to go and turn, because I wasn't going to give you a pig and a poke and let you go fight a dragon and spend tons of money on it. So, if you're looking for a Live Center, look into this. It's really worth it. Okay. With that, I got to wrap this up because it's running long. I'm Captain Eddie Castellan. You, me, been in the shop making shavings, and we're here if you need cutters or templates or bars or anything else. Give me a call. I just got off the phone with Doug out of where's he at? Prince George, British Columbia. Wow. He's probably still got snow on the ground. I'm fighting the sun. Sorry, I gotta laugh at it. Take care. See you soon.